11 for us here at NFL Redzone, and of course we promise you every touchdown from every game every Sunday afternoon. Stick with us all year long and you're going to see over 1,000 touchdowns here on the show. Today on the show, 8 playoff teams from last year, 6 new head coaches debut, and tons of high-profile rookies in their first NFL games. 7 games set to kick off across the National Football League. The Rams are at the Panthers. The Titans host the Browns in the season of hype for Cleveland. Jags take on the reigning MVP Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Ravens are down in Miami. Should be a sweltering day in South Florida as the Dolphins are home against Baltimore. Falcons and Vikings, both playoff hopeful teams for this year. Le'Veon Bell makes his Jets debut. New York hosting Buffalo in a division matchup, as is that Washington-Philadelphia game at Lincoln Financial Field. Of course, the return of Carson Wentz. Late window will have 5 games kick off. We'll get to those in a few hours, but we are set for the first of 7 kickoffs as we'll take a look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, smartly wearing the all-white uniforms down in Florida where it is hot and humid. And guess who's getting the football first? Pat Mahomes and the #1 scoring offense from 2018. That return goes to just about the 24-yard line. We'll see another kickoff right now. Rams put it skyward, and the Panthers content to take that one at the 25-yard line. How is Cam Newton's shoulder? We will check that out shortly, but we've got to go to the off-season Super Bowl champs, the Cleveland Browns. More hype for this Browns season than we've seen in decades. Baker Mayfield's first snap of 2019.
Little play action. Mayfield slides, throws, and it's almost intercepted off the tip.
You're going to see this is a huge key in this game. Watch inside over the right guard.
As we see that first play for the Cleveland Browns, all 7 games have now kicked off, so we can say the magic words. 7 hours of commercial-free football start now.
Protected Baker way better than people remember, and this is Tennessee's ball. They got to come up with that catch because Baker throws you a couple of games. It can change the game instantly, and that left guard.
This is Jayon Brown who tipped it, and Adoree Jackson was not able to hold on to it. Right in his arm, 2nd down and 10. Mayfield flings it. It's caught for the first. And a pickup of 11. It's Higgins with the catch.
All right, let's check out the Minnesota Vikings and Atlanta Falcons. Disappointing teams from last year. Both teams thinking they got a shot in the NFC this year. But the first update of the day, Anthony Barr comes through off of the right side and sacks Matt Ryan for a big loss for Atlanta. They're going to have a 3rd and 14 coming up.
You know the weapons. If he gets protected, Baker Mayfield's going to make you pay.
He did not get sacked in 5 of the last 7 games last year. They're in their hot stretch. You set it down. Set to 38. It's a backwards pass. Into the hands of Landry. And Landry going for the sticks. He only about a half-yard short. Evans bumps him out.
All right, so Carolina gets the football first. Would they throw it with Cam, or would they go to the ground? How about the ground with one of the best weapons in football? Christian McCaffrey bursts into the Rams secondary. He's got 22 yards on his first 2 touches of the season. Number 22 there. All right, how about a 3rd and short for Pat Mahomes? Mr. 15 touchdowns from last year against that good Jags D.
3rd and 3. They send Hill in motion. Mahomes looks that way. Now will fire and hit his man at the 40. Oh, look out! Sammy Watkins takes it all the way. Explosion in Jacksonville. 68-yard touchdown.
Well, missed tackle in the secondary, and that's all they needed to see for Watkins to take it the distance. Just a hook route over the middle. He's got yardage for the first down. There's the missed tackle. There's the opening in the secondary. Ramsey misses, and see you later. 68 yards and a happy quarterback. His first touchdown pass of the season after throwing 50 last season.
We talked to Sammy Watkins yet.
Wow, Pat Mahomes, our spotlight player of the day, presented by Genesis. You know, last year, Pat Mahomes did not throw a touchdown pass against the Jags. Jacksonville was the only team that held him without a touchdown pass all season long. And here in the first 2 minutes of 2019. He throws a long one to put the Chiefs up 7-0. Here comes Dalvin Cook. Red zone opportunity for Minnesota. We are live in Minneapolis.
Vikings offense this year, at least philosophically speaking.
Offensive 82. Ten-yard penalty.
Kyle Rudolph holding, negating that run right now.
Let's do a game rewind presented by Amazon Prime here. After the Vikings D forced a punt, the Vikings special teams blocked the punt, stuffed right at the moment of contact there, and that leads to what would have been a first and goal for the Vikings. But you heard that the official, who is Bill Vinovich, I believe is the referee I saw there, calling the holding penalty against Kyle Rudolph, back him up to a 1st and 20 outside of the red zone.
Emerson Griffin, their longest tenured Viking, period. And now Cousins, his first throw, and they put it in the hands of Cook. He's down to the 23-yard line. Kirk Cousins came over as a free agent, left the Redskins a year ago.
Got Rams with the defense now in their own territory. Cam Newton fakes the handoff all day to throw, makes the completion. DJ Moore, and at the end of it though, Moore coughs it up. Forced fumble recovered by the Rams, so Cam Newton and the fellas had something working, but the young wide receiver DJ Moore with the first turnover here of Sunday in 2019. Bad one there.
Drop that. It's insane how much they dropped that.
Second down and 12 for protection. And there is Thielen. He is into the end zone. A touchdown right from the get-go for Adam Thielen.
Which brings susceptible for the Falcons defense is their secondary and pass coverage. They're going after
First touchdown of Sunday 2019. Adam Thielen from Kirk Cousins. How many times will they do that this year? Meanwhile, Baker Mayfield on a 2nd and 23 in the double box. Hits his man over the middle. It's going to be 1st and goal. That's Rashard Higgins. You were wondering, is it Jarvis Landry? Is it OBJ in his first game? Was it David Njoku's? No. Higgins, the 3rd or 4th or maybe even 5th option in this passing offense, gets a 1st and goal Cleveland. Let's listen in live. By the way, how big of a game is this for Cleveland at home? Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are on the call in Cleveland.
You see the outside receiver in and then up like a double move versus that. And you need like 8 seconds to throw that ball. What a design. And Freddie Kitchens from Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator.
Hilliard is the running back, not Chubb. They're going to give it to Hilliard. The second-year running back plowing ahead, and he's in for the touchdown. The Browns drive it right down the field in the opening possession.
Just follow. The Joker coming around. Simple power play. And Hilliard just pushes it through. And I'm telling you, did they just control the line of scrimmage on that drive? I mean, that was really impressive to start the season off that way.
After a near disaster on the first play that could have been intercepted, Mayfield completes his next 4 throws to take him down the field. And that was Hilliard's first. Oh, the extra point's no good by the rookie Seibert. Out of Oklahoma.
Oh boy, new kicker for the Browns. The rookie Austin Seibert misses the opening extra point. Well, the offenses have come to play today. Vernon Davis over the top of the defender. And oh, where is the tackler? We have already seen bad missed tackles to begin 2019 for a lot of these defenses. But Vernon Davis from Case Keenum, 48 yards. We got to see replays of this, guys. Case Keenum on that opening possession goes 4 of 4 for 71 yards in the touchdown. Davis is only starting at tight end because Jordan Reed is out with a concussion in this game. Davis hurdles. Where are the rest of the Eagles defenders? 3 of them standing around after that. I mean, excellent athleticism by the longtime veteran tight end. But right there, all kinds of opportunities to get him out of bounds. Instead, a 48-yard touchdown. The extra point is good. Washington 7, Philadelphia 0. Let's check in live with another offensive opportunity. How about the highest scoring team in the NFC last year, the reigning NFC champion, Los Angeles Rams, working around midfield.
Style defense will be interesting to see how that works. Brian Burns, really excited to see him play today. Their first round draft pick, an excellent first step on the rush.
Pick up a 6, Goff throws, and complete in the area of Woods. The pressure was coming on Goff, and that's one of the things that the Panthers noted that the Patriots did well in the Super Bowl with getting.
We told you it'd be Le'Veon Bell's first game as a Jet. Here is his first touch as a Jet. Yeah, if you didn't see a jersey number or the name on the back, you'd still know him. Good patience, and then he explodes through the hole, picks up a modest gain, and he is now over 8,000 scrimmage yards for his career, the fastest player to ever get there.
Gerald McCoy, the former Buccaneer, putting pressure on Goff. 3rd and 4, the catch, and the first down. Cooper Kupp already showing you why he is the favorite receiver of Jared Goff. In fact, Goff told us that he sits in quarterback meetings along with Kupp, and Kupp will ask about offensive line situations. He's like a coach out there.
Yeah, you got your linebackers walked up inside, kind of crowded out there. Let's get it out to the flat area and let Cooper run with the ball. It's what Sean McVay says. You've got to defend every blade of grass.
3 catches for Kupp. Goff going deep for Cooks and overthrown down the sideline. Coverage was good by the Panthers, and Dante Jackson on it. Time for a game break. Say hello to Carissa Thompson.
Hi, Chris Myers. Falcons, Vikings first drive of 2019. Adam Thielen, coming off a 9-touchdown season last year. He told us in the pregame he doesn't care about individual numbers, only if the team wins. That helps. Up 7-0 in the early goings. Chris?
All right, thank you. Yeah, we enjoyed Adam Thielen on your show, the pre-show, the NFL on Fox, stepping off the bus and talking to the morning crew with Carissa. 6 plays for the Rams. They've all been passes. Here's another one. If Goff gets it away, and he does, inside the 40 of Carolina, the 4th catch for Kupp in this drive in this game.
Yeah, you can see just how comfortable Jared Goff is with Cooper Kupp being back in that lineup. And you always have to have one of those guys that you go to and stays right there.
Okay, just in between plays real quick. The only game we haven't taken a peek at yet is Baltimore-Miami. There were television transmission difficulties coming here into the Redzone studio, but Baltimore did score on their opening possession. Mark Ingram had a 1-yard touchdown run. We're going to effort to show you the highlight of that one, but it was transmission difficulties. We're clearing it up right now with our engineering department. We'll show that to you when we can.
Goff with room to run. He hesitates and will go down. James Bradbury coming up from his corner spot.
Yeah, very decisive.
Okay, that'll push him on a field goal range, so let's check in with Carson Wentz back from the back injury and going incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Coverage everywhere, and Kerrigan getting a little pressure on there as well. You know, look at the Eagles' offense, Charles. They moved the ball plenty last year, and that stat was pretty similar to the year before. What they didn't do, though, is in the key areas.
Yeah, they didn't ring the bell very well, did they? Red zone was down. They averaged about 9 points less per game in the starts of Carson Wentz than the year before. But they feel like they've upgraded their firepower, including Deshaun Jackson on the outside. Alshon Jeffrey completely healthy going into a season. They think they'll get back to their former ways, putting the ball.
Watch Wentz on the left side. Look who's on the move into enemy territory again. Nice pass to the outside. That was Deshaun Jackson, which will establish that story again in Philadelphia. But Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs offense are back in the red zone on the road against a capable defense already leading 7-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game.
His training this year. He said he's opened up more, Joe.
Okay, we just had this happen in the Buffalo-New York Jets game. Josh Allen waiting, throwing, hit his man, ball pops in the air, and it's C.J. Mosley, the newly acquired in the offseason. Big contract in free agency, former Raven Pro Bowl linebacker C.J. Mosley, defensive touchdown Jets.
They'll give it to him. Hill looking for blocker. He's ridden down as he crossed the 15-yard line. Avery Jones.
Okay, and have an update for you on Matt Ryan and the Falcons offense in their own territory here. Matt Ryan last year, only 7 interceptions, but he just threw one right now, forcing it into Julio Jones. There were a couple of Vikings there. Anthony Harris, 41. Anthony Harris was at the bottom of the pile there. Harris picks off Matt Ryan in the first quarter.
As he's doing right now.
Todd Wash, the defensive coordinator for Jacksonville. This has got to be the biggest challenge going in the NFL as a defensive coordinator. How do you defend Mahomes and the Chiefs? 2nd and 5. Mahomes delivers to the outside. It's caught by Williams. And he's gang tackled there.
The number one offense in football continues to work. We're going to do a game rewind to show you the big play for Kansas City on this drive. It's Mahomes stepping up the pocket, rolling right to only reliable Travis Kelce. Maybe, probably, best tight end in football. Kelce with 43 yards on that reception. By the way, Pat Mahomes already 5 for 5 and 141 yards. First quarter, first 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
3rd and 3. Little trickery. Mahomes, end zone, too high for Kelce.
Boy, and Mahomes knows he missed one here because Kelce was open in the corner of the end zone, but this ball's going to get...
Okay, Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans play action fake. Mariota looking for the rookie wide receiver. There's A.J. Brown. 2nd round pick. A.J. Brown out of Ole Miss goes down into looks like the red zone, 20-yard line, right about there. 47 yards on the A.J. Brown from Mariota pass.
First play of the game.
Double box with the Harrison Butker field goal attempt on the left-hand side of the screen. Here comes Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins takes a shot, and ball goes out of bounds. I don't think they were going to call that a fumble anyway, but the Falcons defender is still hustling after it. Okay, Chiefs field goal is good. Kansas City 10, Jacksonville nothing. First 6 minutes of the game with Pat Mahomes throwing for 140-plus yards.
Why he was untouched? Because he had what you call a little bit of a delayed blitz, so the offensive lineman vacated the gap, allowing Keanu Neal to hit a free hole, thinking that he wasn't going to come.
I'm really surprised they called that a fumble after looking at it again. I know Dean Blandino is back in Los Angeles and he'll be with us throughout the rest of the day. You know, fumbles, unfortunately, are nothing new for Kirk Cousins. He has 40 of them.
Okay, game stoppage just momentarily there. We can do a game rewind to show you Dalvin Cook had a big run called back by virtue of a hold. This looks like the same play, and this time he delivers the blow at the end. That's a 21-yard pickup for the man coming back off the hamstring injury that hampered him all last season.
So a challenge made by Zimmer and the Vikings. We'll step out and be back in a moment.
This is interesting because they're challenging that it's a fumble. It's not going to change possession. It'll only affect field position if the coach's challenge is upheld. So Atlanta and Minnesota goes to a commercial timeout. We bounce around back to MetLife Stadium where the Jets have the 6-0 lead. New York missed the extra point after the C.J. Mosley pick six.
Prior to the pass, personal foul, face mask, defense number 22. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. It's an automatic. First down.
All right, good replay look, but they got to mark off the penalty yardage. How about a 3rd and 4 for Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers?
To the left in the slot. Cam Newton throws for Curtis Samuel, who slips short of the first down. This is a set between DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel at age 23. Samuel and 22 Moore, the youngest set of starting receivers in the NFL.
Okay, we stepped away from the Bills and Jets. Cole Beasley, the new Buffalo Bill, former Dallas Cowboy, just made a catch for a short gain. Oh, that's about a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 coming up. We double box in the Tennessee Titans, who continue to drive into Browns territory. Josh Allen, shotgun snap, looks back to the left, wants a big jump to the end zone, and not going to connect with his man. I think it's Zay Jones down there. We've got Tennessee in the red zone.
Up front, one guy's going to come, one guy drops out.
Deion Lewis in the backfield, 3rd and 9. They see Lewis drop it as he saw a whole parade of Cleveland defenders coming after him. They'll bring out their new kicker, Cairo Santos, just signed in the last week after they had to put Ryan Suckup on injured reserve.
Well, you see the blitz by Carey off the side, and just a simple screen, and they would have gotten a first down, I believe. It's a great call. And I can tell you right there that that's one that Lewis just wants back, because that was a good job of Mariota bringing him to him.
37 yards for Santos. As you see,
Dean Blandino, you weren't surprised by that at all.
No, that is the correct ruling. Hand coming forward with control constitutes a forward pass.
We'll check it in with Dean here momentarily. Back from
And good for Tennessee. Tennessee had a shake-up at the kicker position. The Tennessee Titans today going, Dalvin Cook is going to the corner of the end zone. Dalvin Cook in the end zone.
See how excited Mike Zimmer bringing in Gary Kubiak. You get this guy back, he's such a difference maker. And by the way, if you want to catch a touchdown pass, why don't you throw an assist with a block right there by Adam Thielen to spring Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's a difference maker for this team. They're a different team because he's one of those rare guys that can take it the distance every time he touches the ball.
Well, a couple of takeaways. You get a block punt.
All right, now we have established connection with the Miami-Baltimore game. Ravens up 7-0 because of a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Mark Ingram, and this just happened.
Jackson over the middle, top by Hollywood Brown. See you later, Hollywood, to the house. There is a flag down back at the line of scrimmage. Will this
Hello, welcome to the NFL. Hollywood Brown. Penalty flag would be against Miami. Hollywood Brown, the kid out of Oklahoma, had the Liz Frank surgery, but Baltimore still used a high draft pick on him. He pays off in the first quarter of his first NFL game. Baltimore 14, Miami nothing. And Lamar Jackson with a nice looking pass there. By the way, Lamar Jackson has not run the ball very much today. We've got Lamar Jackson down for, we got him for no rushing attempts for Lamar Jackson so far.
Allow him to get outside the pocket. Be disciplined with your rush lanes. This is a pretty nice job by the Jets. You can see you have to have eyes on the quarterback because Allen can really hurt you when he pulls the ball down and runs.
Jets in the nickel, 3rd and 11. They need the 22. He gets away from Adams. He scrambles ahead inside the 26. Flag thrown late. Shy of the first.
We'll check the penalty flag there in the Bills game as we give you an update on Washington and Philadelphia. Kirk Cousins and Kelvin Harmon. And I'm sorry, I said Kirk Cousins. I did a little flashback right there. That would be Case Keenum. They both have hard K consonants with their names. Case Keenum to Kelvin Harmon. By the way, Keenum, put some respect on his name, Hanson. Keenum is 5 for 5, 92 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. Here's the flag in the Meadowlands.
En experiencia dentro de los emparellados, 107 kilos se anima y aquí está el castigo.
That 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the dead ball spot, and it's 4th down. That's number 76's first unsportsmanlike conduct towards a possible disqualification.
Well, here's the key. You've got to be able to track Jamal Adams. He's down in the box for a reason. He's a timely blitzer. And you sit in the open, you've got to keep an eye on 57 and 33 every snap. Of course, you just watch the end of the play. Feliciano's going to come in here late as he sees Mosley give him the business.
Do your best red cashing.
Yeah. Red cash.
Yeah. Well, that knocks him out of field goal range, and Feliciano, who is flagged twice on that series, will head to the side.
Let's go to the Washington game where the Redskins are now into Philadelphia territory, already leading 7-0.
That may be coming back.
Holding. Offense. Number 76. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, that's on Morgan Moses, the right tackle, who's been here for a while. And the one thing about this Washington team today, which is really weird seeing them play without him, no Trent Williams on the left side.